In 2023, 92% of adults admitted to abandoning a goal due to psychological exhaustion, not from lack of ability, but because they lost the most crucial art of human existence, real persistence. Not the romanticized version from self-help books. I'm talking about persistence that operates when your brain screams, "Stop," your body fails, and the world whispers, "You're a failure." Today, we're going to rebuild it layer by layer. Because continuing when everything demands you quit isn't about superhuman strength, it's about technique. And this technique has been hijacked by three silent assassins. The first assassin, the tyranny of instant gratification. Apps have trained us to expect rewards in seconds, a like, a notification, a 15-second video. Persistence? It requires delaying rewards for months or years. Your brain, addicted to quick dopamine hits, goes into withdrawal when effort extends over time. The second assassin, the myth of natural talent. The coaching industry sold the idea that success is about innate gifts, a dangerous lie. Studies with elite violinists prove the differentiator is always persistent, deliberate practice. Nobody is born ready. Everyone is forged through repetition. The third assassin, pathological fear of failure. We've turned stumbling into taboo, as if making mistakes were a moral flaw. But listen to Nietzsche. What does not destroy me makes me stronger. The condition? You can't quit in the process. Persistence is continuing while knowing more defeats will come. And that's where 99% break. The brain war, amygdala versus cortex. Your brain is a battlefield. On one side, the amygdala, your quit system. It fires danger alerts when detecting prolonged effort. Abort the mission, spend less energy. It's an archaic survival mechanism. On the other side, the prefrontal cortex, your persistence master. It plans, reasons long-term, but it's fragile, it tires quickly. And when it's tired, the amygdala takes over. The solution? Trick the amygdala with the 5% principle. When you feel like stopping, say, just 5% more, 5 more minutes, 5 more attempts. Why does it work? 5% is psychologically digestible. It doesn't scare the amygdala. It's a vital lie that allows progress without triggering the panic of eternal effort. MIT neuroscientists proved groups using this technique had 73% more endurance in complex tasks. Persistence is a lever, and 5% is the fulcrum. The archetypes of resistance. What the unbreakable know. James Dyson isn't a genius. He's a professional, stubborn person. Before the perfect vacuum, 5,126 prototypes failed. 5,126. In each failure, he applied the law of fragmenting the monster. He didn't think about the 5,000 remaining steps. He focused on the next adjustment, the next piece. Thomas Edison said, "I have not failed 1,000 times, I have found 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb." Note, he didn't romanticize failure. He transformed it into data, into raw information. Elite persisters operate with 3 codes. First, they negotiate with pain. They don't ignore it. They convert it into fuel, like climbers who repeat, "Each step is a screw you to despair." Second, they cultivate healthy hatred of mediocrity, hatred of the version of themselves that would quit. When Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, he didn't cry. He used hatred as propellant to create Next and Pixar. Third, they obey the iron rule of never zero. Even on the worst days, they advance 1%. 1 email, 1 page, 1 minute of study. Harvard proved daily micro-progress increases persistence by 317%. 3 weapons of war against quitting. Tool 1. The Betrayed Future Self Journal. Write a letter to yourself on the day you quit. Be brutal. You betrayed your dreams for comfort. You handed over your potential to the enemy. You accepted crumbs because you didn't have the courage to bake the whole loaf. Read this when the urge to stop comes. It works because the brain detests cognitive dissonance. Tool 2. The red line. Draw a line on the floor, physical or mental. Say, "If I cross this line, I'm declaring that I'm a coward. I'm choosing perpetual regret." Stanford University studies show this tactic reduces quitting by 68%. Our brain avoids negative self-concepts. Blood contract. Sign an agreement with yourself. I, your name, commit to trying until date or milestone. If I quit before, I'll donate X amount to cause I despise. Behavioral psychologists explain bets against oneself activate the insular cortex, the region that processes losses, and humans fear losing more than they desire winning. The fatigue trap and how to bypass it. When fatigue arrives, your brain lies. Ultra-endurance studies show the human body operates with 40% residual capacity even at peak exhaustion. The 60% you feel is an archaic self-preservation mechanism. Special forces trainers call this the hidden reserve. To access it, use the reverse interrogation technique. When your mind screams, "I can't take anymore," ask, "Prove it. What's exactly stopping me?" 80% of the time, you won't have a concrete answer, just psychological noise. This void is proof you can continue. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman confirms questioning fatigue reduces effort perception by 52%. The secret role of self-deception. Elite persistence depends on a vital lie, underestimating the struggle. A study with marathoners revealed that the fastest ones don't plan every kilometer. They repeat mantras like, "just one more turn," or "almost there," even with 20 kilometers left. Why? The prefrontal cortex shuts down under extreme stress. It only responds to simple, plausible commands. Lying to yourself about remaining difficulty is a validated cognitive strategy. It works because truth can be paralyzing. As climber Reinhold Messner said, "If I thought about the entire ascent, I'd never leave base camp. But one rock at a time, even an idiot can climb." Recharge rituals, the science of micro-rest. Persisting isn't about suffering without breaks. It's about strategically recycling energy. MIT researchers discovered that 90-second intervals every 25 minutes of effort increase endurance by 400%. The key lies in the three-phase ritual. Physical uncoupling, 30 seconds. Stand up, stretch arms, break the struggle posture. Mental reset, 30 seconds. Look at a fixed point 10 meters away. Empty your mind. Tactical re-engagement, 30 seconds. Whisper your main goal, finish the report, or 10 more reps. This ritual sends a signal to the limbic system, this isn't escape, it's refueling, and reduces cortisol production by 68%. The final enemy, the you that would quit. Your greatest threat isn't external difficulty, it's the version of you that would choose comfort. Resistance psychologists call this the shadow of conformity. To defeat it, create a persistence alter ego, like actors and athletes do. Give this alter ego a name, the forger, the weaver. Wear a symbolic piece when you need resilience, bracelet, cap. Studies with surgeons on 48-hour shifts show groups using alter egos had 76% fewer quits, because when you were fragile, they take command. The alchemy of enduring. Persistence is the alchemy that transforms the lead of effort into the gold of achievement. But attention, gold only emerges after 1,948 degrees Fahrenheit. There are no thermal shortcuts. Every minute you resist melts impurities from your character. Every refusal to yield forges a new steel nerve. Remember the goldsmith's paradox. The fire that melts weak alloy is the same that tempers noble metal. You are both goldsmith and metal. When everything convinces you to stop, fake it for 5%. Lie about the climb. Recharge in 90 seconds. Let your warrior shadow take command, and repeat the mantra of the forged. It's not about wanting, it's about enduring, and I endure one more. Subscribe if this hammering resonated with you. The Forge exists to remind you your greatest work is yourself, and masterpieces require patient strikes. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and share with someone who also needs this message about persistence.